The stretch of North Platte River outside of Casper is arguably one of the best trout fisheries in Wyoming. Keeping it that way requires habitat and construction projects to keep the river productive for anglers. In this week's Game and Fish Report, Ray Hageman shows us some of the work the department has done over the years.
Plenty of discussions have been had over where the best trout fishery is in Wyoming, and one place is regularly mentioned, the North Platte River near Casper. This stretch of river features the Gray Reef section south of Casper, the Lusby Public Access section just a few miles away, and a 6-mile section of the Platte that flows through the town of Mills. In the past decade, the Wyoming Game and Fish Department has implemented various projects designed to contain sediment from feeding into the Platte from various sources upstream and below in order to keep the fishery productive. In the section through Casper, Game and Fish Casper Region Habitat Biologist John McCoy explains some of the work the department completed in conjunction with the city of Casper.
So some of the things that were done here include bankful benches with tow wood to decrease shear stress on eroding banks. Other things that we did include putting in cross ripple rock veins to divert the main flow from the affected banks into the center of the channel. All these things are in the name of creating more stability in these reaches.
Future projects are being considered to maintain or increase productivity of the North Platte. In segments of the Lusby section, high amounts of sediment deposit will require extensive bank stabilization work. Sediment runoff pushed out a gravel bar into the Platte River from Washout Creek, pinching the river into a small channel that's causing stress and erosion on bank channels. Downstream, at the famed Gray Reef section, discussion is about improving spawning habitat, in particular, better utilizing available flows through a reach where water flows drop to 500 cubic feet per second, or CFS, during the winter and spring months.
One of the limiting factors of this reach, however, is that at 500 CFS base flow that the river runs in most of the winter and early spring months, doesn't really capitalize on most of the available habitat here. So this channel in front of us is actually bone dry at 500 CFS. So some of the projects that we're looking at are involving engaging this side channel at a lower flow so those trout can use that habitat at earlier times in the spring.
Use of beaver dam analogs along Bolton Creek has created an oasis-like area that has reduced sediment while creating riparian habitat for deer and sage-grouse. BDAs mimic actual beaver dams, encouraging beaver to add to them, slowing the flow of water and raising water levels, and catching sediment that would make it into the North Platte River. Keeping a productive fishery like the North Platte near Casper requires maintenance and making improvements. The results so far are making anglers very happy. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.